Hello, welcome to Brandy's Poetry Corner. Um, Today's poem is quite long and I'm dividing it up into three parts. I remembered while I was thinking about this, somebody, it turned out to be Rob's nan, had a jug with this character as the handle and the rats going round the bottom because what I'm going to read is The Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning. It's one of Grimm's fairy tales that he turned into this very famous poem. So here is part one of The Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning. Hamelin town's in Brunswick, by famous Hanover city. The river Weser, deep and wide, washes its walls on the southern side. A pleasanter spot you never spied. But when begins my ditty, almost 500 years ago, to see the townsfolk suffer so from vermin was a pity. Rats. They fought the dogs and killed the cats, and bit the babies in the cradles, and eat the cheeses out of the vats, and lick the soup from the cook's own ladles, split open the kegs of salted sprats, made nests inside men's Sunday hats, and even spoiled the women's chats by drowning their speaking with shrieking and squeaking in 50 different sharps and flats. At last the people in a body to the town hall came flockingly. "'Tis clear," cried they, "our mayors are noddy, and as for our corporation, shocking. To think we buy gowns lined with ermine for dolts that can't or won't determine what's like to rid us of our vermin. Rouse up, sirs, give your brains a racking to find the remedy we're lacking, or sure as fate we'll send you packing." At this the mayor and corporation quaked with a mighty consternation. An hour they sat in council. At length the mayor broke silence. "For a guilder I'd give my ermine gown sell. I wish I were a mile hence. It's easy to bid one racks one's brain. I'm sure my poor head aches again. I've scratched it so, and all in vain. Oh, for a trap, a trap, a trap." Just as he said this, what should hap at the chamber door but a gentle rap? "Bless us," cried the mayor, "what's that?" With the corporation as he sat, looking little though wondrous fat. "Only a scraping of shoes on the mat. Anything like the sound of a rat makes my heart go pit-a-pat." "Come in," the mayor cried, looking bigger, and in did come the strangest figure. His queer long coat from heel to head was half of yellow, half of red, and he himself was tall and thin, with sharp blue eyes each like a pin, and light loose hair, yet swarthy skin. No tuft on cheek nor beard on chin, but lips where smiles went out and in. There was no guessing his kith and kin, and nobody could enough admire the tall man in his quaint attire. Quoth one, "It's if my great-grandsire, starting up at the trump of doom's tone, had walked this way from his painted tombstone." He advanced to the council table, "And please your honour," said he, "I'm able by means of a secret charm to draw all creatures living beneath the sun that creep or swim or fly or run after me, so as you never saw. And I chiefly use my charm on creatures that do people harm, the mole, the toad, the newt, the viper, and people call me the Pied Piper." And here they noticed round his neck a scarf of red and yellow stripe to match with his coat of the self-same check, and at the scarf's end hung a pipe, and his fingers they noticed were ever straying, as if impatient to be playing upon this pipe, as low it dangled over his vesture so old-fangled. "Yet," said he, "poor piper as I am, in Tartary I feed the cham last June from his huge swarm of gnats. I eased in Asia the nizam of a monstrous brood of vampire bats. And as for what your brain bewilders, if I can rid your town of rats, will you give me 1,000 guilders?" "One, 50,000 was the exclamation of the astonished mayor and corporation. So, what will the Pied Piper do? Tune in next time for the next part 2 of The Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning. Or look me up on YouTube, Brandy Pearson.